Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for August 19th to the 25th. This is for Aquarius, Aquarius rising, and Aquarius moon. And we're going to jump right into it, Aquarius. This is a really, really big week for you, especially for you. We have the full moon in your sign. We kick it off on Monday, August 19th, with the full moon in Aquarius at 27 degrees. Now, there's a couple T-squares happening. I talked about this last week, and I talked about this actually in your monthly forecast and your annual forecast. This is a potent full moon, all right? And there are some aspects from last week that I'll the relevant ones that I'll bring up that's not on this whiteboard that are overlapping with this full moon. But when I say it's potent, wow, it is squaring Uranus. Uranus is your ruling planet. It brings a little bit more of that potency. The sun is actually squaring Uranus. We'll talk about that. Mercury squaring Uranus, all at 27 degrees. So what does this mean? I talked about this in my last live stream. 27 is a mutable degree, and it's basically just, expect change. All right. There's, change, adapting to change, be flexible with changes that are going to be happening because we are ending a cycle here, a 6-month cycle. Remember, this full moon in Aquarius corresponds to the new moon in Aquarius we had 6 months ago back in February in your sign. 27 equals 9, right? 27 equals 9. And it's happening on August 19th. 8 plus 1 equals 9 plus 9 equals 18. 1 plus 8 equals 9. So 9 is really strong here in numerology. Really interesting that 9 represents a humanitarian, humanity. Aquarius, that is what you rule. You are known as the humanitarian. So what are the odds that that is happening here? So there is definitely going to be, 9 is also fulfillment, by the way. It means a couple things, but 9 is linked to the planet Mars. And so I want you to remember that. Mars is in Gemini right now in your 5th house. Pleasure, joy, but children, creativity, self-expression, hobbies, recreations as well. So Mars, remember, is ambition and courage. But it is kind of, in this type of aspect, right? So, because remember, Mars is squaring Saturn, in addition to Jupiter squaring Saturn. Now, before we even get there, don't forget that full moons illuminate. So things are going to be brought to the surface around this time because remember, Mercury squaring Uranus in Taurus, that is happening as well. And that's surprising news and information that could come up. That is your 4th house. It's something that has to do with your domestic sector, your, family, children, whatnot. It could be real estate. I'm in Aquarius. So we had, if you are new to my channel, Mercury squared Uranus back on the full moon in July 21st. Okay, the one that was in Capricorn, that was conjuncting Pluto, which is in your sign. So there could be some themes that come up around that time in terms of the news. So you may already know what it is. What happened for me, it was definitely something that had to do with the apartment that I live in. It was a small thing, so it wasn't like, but it just giving you a heads up. Okay, that's all I'm doing is I'm giving you a heads up here that there may be something here, but don't forget that you are also the rebellion. You're the sign of, revolution, very radical energy. Aquarius is very radical energy. And so this is also a big moment of freedom, breaking free from something that you're just like, no more. Use these aspects for you. This full moon's in your sign. This is all about you and your next cycle, this next chapter happening for you, this new journey happening for you. Okay. So use this to your advantage. All right. This is going to be a time where, it may be a little bit, you've got some wiggle room here. All right. You've got wiggle room to break free. And I say that because don't forget the sun is in Leo with the moon in your sign and the Mercury in Taurus. That's 3 fixed signs here. That's fixed energy. All right. So remember, be flexible, be open to compromise, and have the breakthrough that you seek. You're the innovator. You're the genius. You're going to make this work for you. It's going to be really nice. Now, Jupiter is squaring Saturn at the same time that Mars is squaring Saturn. Venus is also thrown in the mix. But Jupiter squaring Saturn. Jupiter is the greater benefic. Saturn is the greater malefic. And so this is a staring contest. This is, by the way, the first square, Jupiter Saturn square that we're going to have. We have another one coming up December 24th, and then one next year. But this is just one where I want you to pay attention to, because it seems like y'all are changing something. Y'all are in the process of changing something. Saturn in Pisces in your second house. So finances, money, salary. It seems like there may be some shifts that's happening for you here in terms of that. Building this foundation in your life. You could be even have moved recently, maybe even still thinking about moving. There's this process, like real estate may be a thing for you as well. But the second house is self-worth and self-value. It's also material possessions, but this is going to be a big week for you. All right. The first Jupiter, Saturn, they conjuncted in your sign back in December 2020. They, meet up every 20 years. Anyway, that's a whole other story. Maybe I'll do a live stream on it. Jupiter is optimism and wisdom. Saturn restricts and limits. So continue to have your spiritual growth. Just know, as I've been saying, Saturn is saying, stay on the path. Don't stay on the path. Okay. And Saturn may even try to make that path a little bit more narrow for you. All right. But remember, Saturn is karma. Saturn is your traditional ruler. You already know how to work with Saturn. So this is just you, Saturn asking you to have maybe even work on the structures and systems, in terms of your finances moving forward, but also just your self-worth, okay? Self-value, a lot of confidence is your identity here. Remember, this is happening with a full moon in your sign. Now, Mars also squaring Saturn. That really is just, you may have some moments where, like creative blogs, what is it, like writer's block, but in a creative sense, but just continue to go after your passions. That's, remember, Saturn restricts, but it isn't like Saturn's not a wall. All right. So just work with Saturn's energies. As I've said, you may even be very analytical at this time, especially when it does come to money, because Venus is still in Virgo in your 8th house. That's shared resources. And so, yeah, so sure, there is going to be a life lesson that Saturn brings. And again, just happens all the time. You've experienced these before. Just be flexible around this time. And remember, there's a lot of spirituality here with Jupiter ruling Pisces. Saturn in Pisces. Pisces is a very spiritual sign. So just be in touch with your higher mind. All right. That's going to make all the difference here. All right. It's going to make all the difference. And just remember, love is the highest frequency. And so just tune into that frequency and be strong for yourself. Be strong for others, the people that you care about. Expand, okay, on your spiritual growth. This is spirituality too. This is a full moon. All right. So really you've got this light inside you, Aquarius. You know that. All right. So use this time to radiate. All right. And that light is healing. It's really healing. Now, Thursday, August 22nd, we officially move into Virgo season. So you could have really big focus on being productive, really big focus on being productive. There could be some health matters, diet, fitness, wellness that you're tuned into for the next 4 weeks in Virgo season. It is Virgo season. And so our minds shift in that direction. Also, work could be a big thing for you that you're really focusing on, as well as, like I said, shared resources that's investments, inheritance, bonuses, commissions, royalties, loans, things like that. Also, there's this in love. If you're here for love, oh yeah, you're really going to be thinking about this. Yeah, so this is we move into Virgo season, right? And then Venus squaring Mars. Wow, that's happening on the same day. Y'all, so Venus and Mars, as we know, are the cosmic lovebirds. This is just a time where it's I've said it in some of the other signs. It's like Rachel and Ross and Friends. This is one of those episodes where they're in their separate apartments. They're not, they're going through a thing for a second. So this just could be not seeing eye to eye with someone. All right. Just for a little bit. All right. Just remember to compromise. That's what Venus wants. And this can be a relationship. It can be a friendship even. It can be like a colleague. It could even be a teammate if you're on some sort of team like pickleball or whatever. But also like a situationship. And if you are, by the way, in a romantic relationship, it can actually be really good for you. All right. This could be stoking the flames, this type of aspect. All right. Just remember, you handle all the energies. All right. You handle all the energies. You control your reactions. You control your reality. All right. So use this to your advantage in the way that you need to use this aspect. The other thing is, some of y'all may be thinking about the health of a relationship around this time, because remember, Mars is in Gemini, in your 5th house of relationships. So it may be something, and Venus in Virgo in your 8th house. I mean, there's an element of relationships there as well. So just keep that in mind. Now, on the 23rd, you see that Mercury is sextiling Mars. What a beautiful harmonious aspect. This is very outgoing. There's a spirited spirit to it. It's adventurous spirit. All right. That's really nice here. I really love this. And there could be a lot of communication. This is when you start feeling that flow again, especially with creativity, with love, relationships, with communication as well. A lot of nostalgia here. Remember, Mercury is still retrograde. And so remember, I said people from the past, circumstances, events from the past could resurface around this time. So you could be going on a trip around this time with someone from the past, or maybe someplace that you loved in the past. This, it's really great. So you do see that, there's a lot of, energy up here, but then it's like climbing a hill. It gets steeper and steeper and steeper, but you get rewarded with that $1 million view. You made it. All right. You got Elijah Wood up there giving out popsicles at the summit, whatever it is, whatever you want. All right. You remember Saturn rewards you. All right. So you're going to get through these aspects. I think it gets great. And then look at the week after. I just threw these aspects up here. Venus trining Uranus. Oh my goodness. And then Venus trining Pluto in your sign. Huge money energy, huge love energy, really powerful, auspicious aspects. And then you also see Mercury goes direct. So Mercury's no longer retrograde. So remember, you get rewarded. But you are definitely changing. There was a big shift happening in your life, and I hope that you're aware of it. And this is a big one. This full moon in your sign, you're going to have a lot of clarity too. All right. Remember, full moons illuminate. So Aquarius, let's get to it. Let's see what's going on for you for August 19th to the 25th for Aquarius, Aquarius rising, Aquarius moon. And if you want to read for any other placements in your chart, you are absolutely welcome to. So let's get started. Aquarius. I know. I feel like this happened last week where I've lost my voice at this point. So I hope you can still hear me. You know that I love y'all, Aquarius. Thanks so much for being here. I do a traditional cult across spread. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will, Aquarius. Wow. What a big full moon in your sign. Your life is going to start changing. New cycle for you. Okay. So, oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're going to have a big old week. Don't hold anything in. I feel like there may be a little bit of that. Holding some emotions and even things that you want to communicate, but it's a really big message coming through. Otherwise, you're going to be fine. You just got to make a big decision. A big decision. Now, let's get started. You got the Page of Cups. Absolutely amazing. This is wonderful. Pages bring that fresh new energy. All right. There's something that you've been seeking that you want. And it seems like it's going to be something that really, truly emotionally fulfills you. We're talking about cups here. Cups, love, emotions, feelings, even intuition. He is such an intuitive, bright, imaginative, creative, intuitive page. Pages are the messengers, by the way. So you could be getting some messages come through. It can be intuitively as well. Remember, when you touch her, listen to your inner voice, be in touch with your higher self, you're going to be fine. I know I keep pointing up here because it is your pineal gland that's up here. So follow your bliss. It seems like a lot of y'all are starting to do something different as indicated here. And then you've got the King of Cups too. So you got the Page of Cups and the King of Cups. King of Cups in the heart of your spread. So this is saying there could be something with career, because Page of Cups, a lot of Piscean energy. And then you have the King of Cups, who's Scorpio. Remember, Pisces rules your second house, salary, income, finances. Scorpio, your 10th house of career, fame, public recognition, honors, achievements. But even still, if you're not here for a career in any sense, King of Cups is just oh my goodness, being so emotionally fulfilled. So emotionally fulfilled. This is one. This is the only king, and all the tarot whose throne is not on land. It is on water. It's on water. Remember, we talked about what cups represent. Same thing with water. Water is emotions. He is, and the water is really turbulent, but nothing's gonna knock him off. I mean, he's the king. He's the king. And so being on top of your emotions and really feeling that intuitive energy, it feels like you will be tapping through on that. And there is that, being very creative through this process. And when I say creative, not just in an artistic sense, but creative in problem solving, creative if you are going on a first date. I mean, there could be someone new that has entered your life or will enter your life. Being creative on like, how do I make this date like memorable? Things like that. You got what I'm saying. But this is really special. You do have the Four of Swords in your challenge area. Really think about the relationships in your life this week. I think that a lot of y'all are going to do that anyway, especially with Venus and Mars when they have that square. But think about the relationships in your life and really take time to just withdraw. Take that time to withdraw a little bit. It seems like you're not going to have a problem doing that. There really could be, and if you do find that you're, like I said, even with Venus and Virgo, like overthinking things, overanalyzing things, switch from your physical mind to your higher mind. All right, that's going to help. Now, the other thing is there could be someone in your life who is possibly not seeing the way some things that you want to see. There could be maybe even like in a spiritual way as well is something that maybe you may recognize this week. Just remember, just have that compromise. Don't forget, we've got 4 planets retrograde, including Mercury. A lot of people, make decisions they didn't mean to make or say things they didn't mean to say. That always happens. Mercury is a planet of communication. Now, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Love it. This is really great. In your crown, Nine of Pentacles, indicating there is this sense of, yes, you're seeking this independence. You're seeking to be successful. All right. And she is standing in her garden of abundance with all these pentacles. Pentacles are your physical reality as well. Okay, so there is just feeling really good in your physical world. I really want you to really continue to manifest that. And when I say independence, self-sufficiency. Remember, you've got Saturn and Pisces in your second house, so it truly makes sense. And she's got Venus all over her gown. Remember, Venus is in Virgo. And this card literally is attributed to Venus and Virgo. So it's aligning with what's happening astrologically. So again, that is your 8th house. It's shared resources. All right. So that is, again, inheritance, investments, money, but love, intensity with love, deep intensity, romance, and sex and whatnot. But anyway, you are just, what did I say earlier? Don't hold anything in. It's the only thing. I mean, you've got Judgment in the root of your spread. I'm not surprised. This card is attributed to Pluto, and Pluto is in your sign. But at the same time, we do have that full moon in your sign. And so, again, there is this shift that you're going through this week, a really big shift. And you're going to see it, especially when we get to September. You're going to see it. It's going to be big. Yeah, there's changes happening and just continue. There's a lot of, you see this intuitive energy, especially with the Archangel Gabriel and the root of your spread blowing the trumpet. All right. I've talked about sound. Sound is vibrations. Sound is healing. It's frequency. Frequencies heal. Remember what I said? You got that light inside you and vibrate at this high frequency. All right. 4th density, the heart chakra. You got this. And then have that awakening that you need. All right. And a lot of that's going to be this break free energy that I was talking about. You're going to feel it this week. You're absolutely going to feel it. You're listening to your inner voice and hearing the call in terms of what you were called here to do. You're going to be absolutely amazing. But you've got the 2 of Swords in your future. So really go within. And that's what I was saying earlier. That energy was coming through. You see that she is blindfolded. She's got her back turned to the sea and to the moon as well. So that's emotions, is intuition. Go within. go within. All right. There may be something that you trying not to see. Some truths that you might have to face. I'll even clarify that one for you. Oh yeah. Okay. 10 of Wands. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, it seems like there may be something that you are really not paying attention to. You really have to go within. You really have to take that time. Stillness of mind. All right. Stillness of mind. Have that moment, especially with the Four of Swords in your challenge area. Have that moment. Again, you've got all this energy of like, okay, you can be as intuitive as you want to be, even to a psychic level this week, but you've got to take that action. All right. You have to take that action with the 10 of Wands, 2 of Swords, because when you do, it leads to the Empress, 10 of Wands, the end of a cycle. All right. There is something in here in terms of a cycle for you. But you've got to see your path forward. 10, 1, 0 equals 1, new beginning. It is the end of the suit. And then the Empress. The other thing is, once you're honest with yourself, something that you know that you have to break free from, something that you know that you have to face, a truth, a reality, you're still going to be golden. You've got the Empress. By the way, 2 weeks in a row in your future. Did you see last week's reading? Yeah, the Empress in your future. So you know that the right path is right in front of you. But some of y'all may be like doubting yourself or not trusting your intuition or not taking that time to really process things. Take that time this week. You've got judgment in the root of your spread. All right. Big things happening with full moons. Big things happen with full moons. Empress, love, passion, everything that you want. Love, passion, your soul glorified. I mean, we've got a goddess here. We've got the Empress here. You got the only 2 cards in all of tarot where you see the symbol of Venus. Venus, love, relationships, pleasure, romance, money too, creativity. So it's all there for you. It's all for the taking. Just don't distract yourself. Listen, go within. Okay. Let's get to your stuff. Aquarius, you know I got you. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. If you like this reading, it would be great if you subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. I want to know, especially for a week like this with a full moon in our sign. Aquarius, I really want to know. I want to hear from you. All that. Let's do it. And then, I love you. Y'all are amazing. Team Aquarius, we got each other. All right. So let's see what's going on here. Oh, yeah. You got some big... It seems like a lot of y'all know there's some new things that you're moving into that you really want. Some of y'all, and I'm talking about very dramatic change, right? You got 3 twos. You got to think about that, like in terms of duality, polarity, but also having things come together now. All right, now let's get started. You got the 7 of Wands. Yeah, there is definitely going to be, it feels like this week you may, with Mars and Jupiter squaring Saturn, remember that is self-worth, self-value. There may be a feeling of, and I'm not saying that it's going to happen, there may be a feeling of people coming at you or people even questioning you. Just continue to stand your ground. You're going to be fine. It's a card of valor. All right. Card of valor. And it's usually because people don't see what you see, or people are, you are at the top of the hill, right? You're at the top of the hill here. And not only that, but it's also you being that person that, to be honest, like people can be a little jealous of you. All right. They could be a little jealous of you. That's another thing that could be happening. But you got a lot of strength here and intuition. And so you're going to be fine. You just got to go within. Now you have the 2 of Pentacles in your external factors area. Like I said earlier, there may be a big switch in terms of you've already done it or it's to come. Has to do with work, maybe money, but Pentacles are physical reality. All right. Remember, that's going to be the biggest thing, something in your life changing. All right. Bring that balance in. All right. Bring that balance in. And again, a lot of it's going to be up here. A lot of you are going to be stuck on making a decision on something. Remember, you do have that Two of Swords. I'm going to clarify the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. I mean, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. It looks like there could be someone that does. It's almost like they see what you see. They see the value in you. And they become this force they really open doors for you. I mean, you just got the Emperor, you got the pair, you got the Empress and the Emperor. We're talking divine masculine, divine feminine. I mean, this is big. Speaking of dualities and I mean, like, you're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. You also got the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, you're seeking to have this stability, structure, in finances, and even everything that you've invested in, things that you are investing into. It doesn't, again, have to be money and wealth, but again, it will be, because Saturn is in Pisces in your second house. So there can be some, restructuring there in terms of finances, but it seems like that's all you want is this stability. You've sown your seeds and now you just want to reap your rewards. Saturn will reward you. Okay. Saturn will reward you. And then lastly, you have the Two of Wands and your final outcome, another two. Two of Wands is just saying plan. Take that time to plan. All right. You've made a lot of achievements. Plan. There's some stuff happening here. How much time do we have? I'll do one more clarify for you. Oh my gosh, what is going on? What just happened? Okay. All right. So you got Justice. So there may be something here with relationships that you have to think about, partnerships and relationships. You even see Justice is attributed to Libra. Libra is a navel ruler of partnerships and relationships, but justice will be served in a sense when you go within, not distract yourself from the things that you've got to answer to, or things that you need to do, your call of duty. Hey, you're going to be fine. Just take that action. You have this emotional stability, but you still have to take action for all this abundance that you are seeking, and it's all there. It's waiting for you. And then the reason I freaked out is because, do you remember last week's reading when the clarifier for your final outcome was also Justice? I mean, that is a big sign. It's a big sign. Justice is heavily associated with karma. So continue to work with your karma, continue to be in touch with your higher self, and you're going to be absolutely fine. But take that action. All right. Justice is saying take action. Actions have consequences. All right. And, equally so, like I said last week, inaction have consequences too. And so you want to take that action to create this reality that you want for yourself. But you're going to be good. There's this new cycle, new things happening. There's something you've got to see, but I think that you will. I mean, you do have Judgment in the root of your spread. You've got all this abundance waiting. Remember, with these 3 twos, it's just saying, have everything come together now, piece everything together now. And to do that, you've got to go within. Aquarius, I'm so sorry. My voice is completely gone at this point. If you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what is going on. And next week, we'll talk about, September. Next week, by the way, because I'm going to be doing September next week, Venus does move into Libra, where in her domicile, and then you got Venus trining Pluto in your side. You got Venus trining Uranus, Uranus and Taurus in your 4th house, or your domestic sector. So you see, should there be any sort of like squeeze that you feel, it's all this amazing stuff that comes to fruition after. All right, and then remember, Mercury goes direct. Mercury is no longer retrograde. We start off September. September's a big old, there's a lot happening right away. I'll give you a little spoiler now. Uranus is going retrograde pretty much September 1st at 27 degrees. Uranus is your ruling planet. So yeah, there may be something there. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's you're going through changes. Remember, Uranus is breakthroughs. All right. So you're going through some big breakthroughs. Anyway, oh my gosh. Okay. Aquarius, thanks so much. I'll see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.